One of the issues is where the DRO covers the carriage lock, and if you haven't already had a look, strongly recommend you go over to NBR Works. Is an excellent channel which covers a lot of the stuff that I'm doing, and he's repositioned the lock and made an excellent job of fabricating a block here, and I may well go that route. But yeah, certainly NBR Works, check him out. He's got some great stuff on his channel. Well, I got lucky there because when I made this new block, because it's got a piece of bronze in there, it's a lot deeper than the original, and you can see up there it only just misses that. That's luck, because I didn't check that. It misses, but I shall take that off and put a chamfer on there so there's a good bit of clearance. And this is what I've got to recover. Well, not recover, this is just shit. This is just a gash piece of metal that they used as a standoff to mount the DRO reader head. That's bloody stupid. It's just, that's just wrong. So we've got to figure a way of doing that better. I'm going to change the screws from cap head to hexagon socket heads, so you don't need to get a Allen key in, you can get a spanner in from the top. That will mean I can reduce the amount that the reader has to come out, probably halve the amount that it can come out. I'm just waiting for the screws to appear, then we can put those in and see exactly what we've got. I think there's more than enough travel on the scale, so I've probably got a little leeway in terms of where I position things. And what I'll try and do is use the holes that are there. I really don't want to be filling and retapping holes. This one is a concern because it's so close to here. You know, I might have to do something with that. Don't want to, but there you go. Whatever I do, it has to be better than this piece of shit that they put in. It is awful. I mean, how can you get that so badly wrong? Unless you just couldn't be arsed. Having spent many hours staring at this bloody thing and trying different configurations, I've come to the conclusion that the original position is probably the lesser of the various evils. I think the reality is the lathe is not designed to have a DRO fitted. There is no elegant way to fit this thing, and the reason that this is broken is because you just can't get it in there. You know, you're putting that under strain all the time. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a chamfer on this corner and position this so that the cable is as straight as possible, and then I will work all of the spacings accordingly. I want to get that back as far as possible. Now I understand why they had it right out here. Even then they got it completely wrong and put the P-clip down there So, and that's what broke it, because it was just an unnatural angle. Yeah, I think that's the plan. Well, it's a plan. So with a chamfer, that makes a nice difference, because you can put a P-clip there and that will hold that without any strain on the cable. However, what you have to bear in mind is if you order a lathe with a DRO, there is absolutely no escaping the fact that you are going to lose at least 1 3/4 inches of travel of the carriage. More importantly, you've got 1 3/4 inches longer to reach your workpiece, because you can't get this as close, and that's not good for stability. You haven't got a lot of travel on there anyway. So say it is a compromise. If you have the DRO at the front, then you're going to reduce the swing over there, so you won't be able to get the carriage as close to the chuck as you want, or you won't be able to have as large a diameter. So say compromises both way. I think this is probably the best option. What I can do though is reduce this probably by 1/4 inch, no more, so that this is flush with there and not poking out. I think that's the best I can do without causing problems with this. It is what it is. Well, that looks a lot better. That's a lot neater, and it's not poking out as much. So I'm still losing about 1.5 inches. I've gained roughly 1/4 inch. But it just looks neater, and the cable's not under any stress. So I think we're going to go for that. Make up a proper bracket. Yeah. Not brilliant, but it's a better solution. Well, that's the longitudinal DRO done. That all works nicely. The original one had this spaced out twice as much, so that's nice and compact, nice and neat. I've given the carriage a polish, and I'm not going to paint it. I've got a little bit more work to do, but you can't really see it here because of the light reflection, but it's very smooth. The coat of wax and all the edges are nicely rounded off, so pleasant to handle.